Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Phantom Brigade, where, to be perfectly honest with you, I kind of feel like we can just hit the contest province button now. We sort of took the base in the center of this province, and frankly, I'm not afraid of anything that they have to throw at us here. Plus, getting in a bunch of fights on the Home Guard's behalf is maybe a good way to build up our supplies again. So I think I am just going to hit it. Alright. The Home Guard comes in, and we're just gonna... We don't know what this contact is. I probably should roll away from them a little bit to let the quick fix get applied, because we do have some actual damage here. So let's just like head this way for a moment. Okay. Oh, that is a patrol with a threat level of 96. Hold on. Let me handle this real quick. I'm confident we can deal with that, and then we'll be right on that other thing for you there, Home Guard. Okay, so this is not good. Damaged. Numbers. Show me numbers. Show me exactly what this means. So we're at 1,434 integrity out of a total doesn't display it because this game is not good at giving you information. Like, this should always be an X out of Y display, right? Not just a single big number next to a bar that represents X out of Y. I don't know how damaged we are. It probably doesn't matter too much that the sniper unit has some damage on it because we can just stand back, and it looks like there's only 3 contacts anyway. We could swap you for like the marksman rifle. Yeah, let's see how this thing runs. Even at full health, this has less damage than the quote-unquote damaged shotgun mech, but also the shotgun's hard to use. This is kind of crummy that the handgun just sort of floats near the hip. Is that supposed to look like that? Maybe it is. Maybe it's held in place by a magnetic field or something. But they should give it a big rad leather holster, right? All right. Surround them and finish them off, they say. So it's 1 mech and 2 tanks. We're looking at their own marksman rifle, plus a shotgun, plus an autocannon. So this tank is like completely ignorable. What are we looking at here in terms of tactics? You're gonna take a shot at the marksman. Okay, but realistically, just not very much. Not a lot of threat in this place. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't really feel like the heavy cannon needs to move at all, right? Let's just open up. I can't imagine it's going to take very long for that that mech or that tank and or pilot to be killed. You have the assault rifle. Okay, so do I want to put the sniper, like, we put the sniper up on this hill? Because I do want to be shooting at the enemy mech, right? And then, like, basically as soon as you've cooled down, fire again. Yep, the only attack that's coming at you is coming through a hillside at this point. That mech is going to fire. Yeah, we're not moving you. So, like, the only thing really to think about is that we have a little bit of autocannon fire coming in on the marksman, potentially. But honestly, there's a pretty good chance, I think, that tank is dead before that shot ever occurs. And in any case, I think it makes sense to sort of, like, fan out like this. Do you have a shot here? Like if we wait till here. Okay, it doesn't quite clear the hillside, it looks like. Yeah, we're gonna have to get higher up. So don't bother attacking. Actually, just kind of keep moving. Yeah, that's 5 turns of, this is probably gonna be handgun fire rather than the marksman fire. And then we have our assault rifle unit who... I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what the play is. So if I run through here, okay, that would cause a collision. Let's not do that. Yeah, maybe it's something like this. We just kind of charge up the middle more or less, or we have to go around the heavy. And then is there a clean optimal ranged attack in there anywhere? Not really. I think we just kind of let it go. All right, I'm comfortable with that start. So this is going to be terrifying. Pilot's concussed. No big surprise there. Serious hits from the sniper. Beautiful damage. So all that's left is this other tank that crashed into the heavier tank that it was following. A thing I didn't really take note of is whether the marksman rifle really wants you to be stationary or not. Probably would have been smart. So if we back off to like here, do you have a shot here? It's really hard to tell. Yeah, with this, like, the way these hills are shaped, they're very awkward. All right. I want to get something a little bit more. Yeah, something like that's got to work, right? Nope, still a hillside problem. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Give up on the marksman rifle. Just run up on it and handgun. Oof. As soon as I start recording, all of a sudden, there's that persistent tickle. Apologies. My throat has been so rough the last, like, couple of days at least. But unfortunately, I talk for a living. I can't really, I mean, yeah, that's shooting through the larger tank is probably not actually going to work, but what else are you going to do? You honestly can probably just chill. And the assault rifle and shield mech runs up the other side. Honestly, I think it's very possible this thing is going to survive another turn. It thinks it's just going to drive forward. I don't know if that's true. I think it's going to be back here for a lot, like, well, I guess it spent a lot of its crash time already. If that's true, then we probably the right thing to do is just fire the heavy gun down the middle again, and it kind of doesn't matter what anybody else does. Yeah. Okay. The heavy will handle it. Concusses the pilot and then destroys every segment of the thing within a single blow. Or within a single stream of bullets. Yeah, those heavy cannons rule. I don't know that we have a real shotgun or a real SMG. I'm gonna salvage this thing, except give me that. Do we want a level 4 marksman rifle? We can't, like, trivially compare it to our own equipment here. Yeah, no, that sucks. I guess, yeah, salvage that as well, because I don't know. And then that means I'm not taking the shotgun, or we do take the shotgun and we leave behind some other stuff. It's not that much other stuff. Yeah, we'll salvage the torso and take the weapons. Alright. Go ahead, grab it. And then... so there's a battle site going on over here. We're closer to the camp. Let's hit the camp now. I will use the victory at the camp to refill our battery to... because we usually steal battery power at the end. Alright, suit up. Let's help these fools out. Not that they're going to need it, really. So, 5 contacts. Yeah, this looks very doable. And honestly, we didn't get to test the marksman rifle at all that battle. I should have popped into our inventory and had a look at the modifiers on the marksman rifle. Okay, what do we got? Nothing fancy, just shoot guys. This is a base the Home Guard wanted us to take out, not a place where the Home Guard themselves are present, which I thought was the case. Okay, well, it looks to me like the sniper has a relatively clear line. Oh, no, hold on. I thought I had selected, there we go. All right, looks to me like the sniper has a relatively clear line on this guy immediately. And marked as blocked. The turret, I guess, is in the way. That's inconvenient. That's a problem. Sort of. No. Don't attack. Hold on. I have to run all the way back here to get like what am I looking at if I try to shoot this thing as I'm running past? Say from like right here. Really, 53%. It's stationary and it's the same size as you. It feels like that should be a pretty easy shot. You lose things sometimes in the abstractions of mechanics, you know? Alright, well, let's get in position up here. That thing's way out of optimal range. So we'll just hammer the turret for a little bit. I think... Do you have a handgun? You do. Yeah, we can just open up on this handgun with a few people. I do want to get the cannon in position to just start blasting, basically, to just lay down a line of fire into the place. So let's, as soon as you've got your feet under you, just kind of fire here. I'm still not really clear on how effective it is to use positional firing. Like, in theory, the tank should just drive through that stream of bullets, right? And once the tank is down, potentially bullets might pass it and hit the tank behind. Maybe. Okay, we're not looking at any indirect fire here. There's no like long range missile nonsense this time. We are for sure going to burn this missile launcher tower down. This thing is going to hell. And then you're going to wait a little bit. We're going to wait until that shot is clear, and then you're going to continue this way. I think that the marksman probably doesn't move, but the assault rifle needs to get on the road again. And then once the sniper has fired, I do want the sniper to move. I'm just not sure where to. The cleaner angles into the area probably are over here because we're shooting over like this short building on this side. So probably after you get your 2 attacks off, wait this long. After you get your 2 attacks off, you probably run this way. But I don't know exactly where I want you to end up. Somewhere over here is not a terrible idea. All right, let's see that. Okay. So that thing's down. That's a concussed pilot before the end of the bullet stream for sure. It's not done yet, but it's close. All right, so we are starting to get some indirect fire. Is this line... Okay, this line is that tank. We don't have to worry about that. That's not happening. So assault rifle. That indirect fire happens right at the beginning. I think what we can do here is, as soon as the firing is done, as soon as all the missiles are in the air, we can go ahead and boost, and it will screw with their target lock at least. And I want to get over here where I have a little bit of command over like the backside of this enemy mech. The jump generates heat, but not that much heat, apparently. Yeah, basically just, like, keep moving this way. Okay. So, everybody else, what do we do? I kind of... It's going to take a second to cool down. I'm not really sure what your play is after everything. Is anybody shooting? Yes, in theory you are being shot at afterwards, so let's wait until the bullet stream is over and then, yeah, just kind of like duck behind the building here to let your heat recover. Now this part's going to be a little trickier. I really don't know what I want the marksman and the sniper to do. Like I said, I extremely do not anticipate this tank still existing, but I guess we can fire a safety shot here. The problem is I need to wait a little bit. I need to wait until the line is clear. Yeah, just in case. I don't think the pilot will still be alive, but just in case. And then that means the sniper can move up, like I said, a little bit more over here and just kind of wait. What we can do is watch at a distance, and then like right now, maybe a little bit later, try to squeeze off a shot as that guy's slipping between the covers there, the two different bits of cover. All right, let's see how that goes. Pilot's concussed, exactly as we thought. Okay, the sniper shot whiffed completely, but we're getting some good firing into the back here. So I think if we just keep on him as he flees... Okay, if I try to run forward more, it will be considered a collision. I can't just run over that, apparently. And I mean, the way this mech's body is built, it's only... Oh no, it's because... Damn it, it's because the game really does not love to select units when I click on them. Alright, just keep trying. Just keep trying. He's gonna do a pretty good job of escaping, I think, but... Actually, should I be focused on this tank more then? Yeah, probably, right? Because the other guy is going to be a little bit more available to everybody else. Let's just run in here and like annihilate this tank from behind. It's crashing right now. We can probably kill its pilot before it wakes up. I am not clear at all on what this guy's strategy is. Yeah, I guess he's main hand missile launcher, so it's just get really far away, put as many buildings between you and the enemies as possible, and just rain fire down from above. But I don't know that I think that's going to be a very effective strategy here. So yeah, you just kind of need to... We just need to press him, basically. And the sniper is just not going to have a shot from anywhere, really. Yeah, I think like as far as strategies for staying alive while getting to shoot at me from a distance go, this is not bad. This guy's doing a sensible thing. There's a moment in there. We're gonna... It's nice that our sniper bot is so fast. So this thing's crashing. That second volley, yep, that's clear. Looks like the sniper didn't quite get the shot off in time. This thing is really at quite low center body health, though. So it seems like we can basically like step over to here, get a nice clean shot. And then as soon as he comes around like that, just blam right in the face. The sniper can try to catch him again through this little gap. Oh yeah, that's probably all we really want to do. I'm gonna have this guy just like run around to the outside. And then... I might have a little bit of a shot here directly. Well, by the time yeah, never mind. All right, so we just run for a little while, and then we dash to break missile lock. Let's see how this works. So here come the missiles. Yep, okay. Pretty good evasion. And the marksman managed to take the thing's legs out. So this should be basically over at this point. Yeah, I think just like a couple of steps should do it. The marksman should similarly be able to just kind of stand there and shoot, although I guess actually gun is very hot. All right, that's gotta be good enough, right? There we go. It's really like a silly amount of damage that thing puts out. Even at this very inaccurate range, it just absolutely annihilates people. That shit is amazing. M1 blunt. It is not okay for me to mouse over a workshop charge and have it not just like not show anything. I don't know how they decided that that was the way things were going to work in their game, but that's... Show me what it is when I mouse over it, please. It's a workshop charge for the construction of something. Okay, they brought us some beer. So this is like, again, you run into a really silly thing when your pilots have one number on them that goes up and down, and so you have to use that to represent both injury and morale at the very least. And then you have silliness like this where getting drunk is the same thing as spending time in a hospital. It's like fucking Streets of Rage out here. If one of your pilots punches a wall and it produces a chicken, he's basically just right back to, I'm gonna save the booze. We don't need your booze right now. I think my pilot's single number is in a pretty good spot at the moment. Now 175 is pretty real. 175 is an actual danger. We should be... Oh, hold on. We can pick this up. Yeah, we got time. That battle's progressing. We'll get some more battery here. Little refill. And then another 145, not too distant. Push, push, push. Go get him. Everybody's in great shape. Let's just deploy. We don't need we don't need strategy. I should look at the map a little bit. There are going to be some battlefields that are better for the shotgun than the marksman rifle probably. Honestly, that last map was probably a pretty good example of that, in fact. So 4 tanks, 2 mechs. There's a heavy with a missile launcher, an assault rifle, and then we have an assault rifle, shotgun, cannon. Okay, so there's just the one missile launcher to keep track of. That's good at least. All right, so it seems like there's going to be a lot of attention on the machine gunner here, which is kind of silly because, like, again, the way the game deploys our troops doesn't make any goddamn sense. We approached this is a stationary situation, and it chose to deploy our sniper, like our 2 least defensive troops, or our 2 least defensible troops up front, and the 2 that we want to be closer to enemies in the back. And it's just like, why? What was the logic? And I know the answer is there was no logic. There's a zone that is our deployment zone, and it's completely random within that. But like, why the fuck would you implement it that way? Let me work out the movement of, because like I feel like this is a pretty standard strategy game thing, right? Like we're like deployment zones. I don't think this is some crazy new technology we're talking about here. So what's your deal? You have an assault rifle, and you are going to be a huge asshole. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna take that whole assault rifle burst, and there's not really anything I can do about it. So as soon as you've got your feet planted, you can start hammering this dude down. I don't even care about the shotgunner, to be honest with you. Maybe we want to position differently then. I want to get out of the way of the sniper, right? I want to let the sniper have line of fire. But I also want to kind of line this up so that I can initiate a spray of bullets and have them potentially hit more than one thing. That said, I am still going to focus on the center shot here. I think at this distance, it will take more than a full turn for those missiles to reach us, although I don't know that, because again, the game is very bad at conveying information about like what the results of attacks will be. But we can hope. So actually, maybe what I should do is, instead of attacking a place, attacking a person, I should attack a place, because I'm going to try to snipe this guy really fast at the beginning, and I'm hoping he will just die. Maybe we can get lucky. So we do need to make sure that the path is more or less free of my own mechs before doing this. Alright, and then after that happens, we're probably going to have to move. Actually, as it stands, nobody targets... I'm not even going to worry about it then. As it stands, nobody targets this thing. Okay, so you got a pretty clean shot there. I get to stand still and just fire the sniper rifle in the rain, which is fantastic. You know, I probably wait just a little bit longer because I want this. Okay, that's pretty compelling. Let's move our assault rifle unit around to the side here and try to pick some people up from an angle that they're not watching. So if I do just run like this, I invalidate most of the enemy attacks. And then like right here, right now, we have an angle. I could just squeeze off some fire against that guy, especially in the rain. It doesn't hurt too much to just like do some speculative fire. All right, and the marksman. So does the marksman sort of push up center? I think the marksman's not being targeted by people very much, and I think I can afford to. That attacker is using a machine gun. So I don't really want to stand in the bullet spray. So do I want to be going around? You are so much faster than my other mech. I mean, if I'm like right here when that happens. Nope, it's still pretty open actually. Well, it looks like the shots will be abbreviated by those trucks, but probably not for very long. It's probably right at the beginning of the spray. The trucks will just be carved in half. I might actually want to run the other way then. Let's like fan out to here. Try to find these the nice long sight lines over here. And then I probably can just take some shots while I'm moving if I want. Maybe it makes sense to wait though. We're probably overkilling that guy. Okay, pour a lot of garbage before he got out of the way. The pilot is still in one piece, but there's bullets in the air already, and he has at 3 health. So it's actually very hard to say whether he's going to go down on from that. Not on that. Apologies. That's a different concern. You can just start attacking again immediately. I mean, I see no reason not to. It kind of seems like you want to attack again immediately and then also step backwards. Right, because there's a little bit of... Oh, okay, so there's more fire from enemies, but it's later, and I can probably get this building between me and them before... Well, to some degree, before it happens. So yeah, something like this puts me in a relatively safe spot. And as soon as I'm cool again... I trust that this thing's dead by this point, and I would much rather bring down the missile launcher mech, although I am shooting into its shield side here, which is obviously pretty unideal. Yeah, so you get to a point where you have the building between you and your attackers. That's fine. That's reasonable. Okay, after the marksman finishes this shot, which probably will kill that guy, I can just open up again immediately. Should probably try to kill that thing, because it is posing something of a threat. And I'm going to trust the marksman on that one. The sniper needs to just, like, fully disengage. There are missiles in the air, and they are targeted toward the machine gunner. So I think I can just, like... How hot is my weapon right now? Hot enough that I need to wait until here to attack. I mean, I would say it's actually really difficult to tell what's safe for the sniper right now. And my getaway move might be this. Try to spread out and at least not give them good angles on everything simultaneously. I think you'll be dead, but actually I'm just gonna like throw in an insurance bullet there. And then you gotta bounce, friend. In fact, a couple of dashes in a row is probably a pretty good idea. Just keep moving fast, keep being hard to hit, and then... Yeah, just sort of like spray in this direction. Alright, carved right through that. This pilot did go down. This tank was destroyed, or the pilot was destroyed. So yeah, now this thing is... It still has a fully functional missile launcher and 2 arms to fire it with. We had a couple of enemy tanks back here, although they don't pose a huge amount of a threat. They have, you can see here, like carved a gap in this building to shoot through. So our assault rifle mech is at this point in a little bit of danger. We do need to keep it moving. And then once you're clear of that, what you really want to do is come around here. And the moment you look like you've got an opening, just... Yeah, I mean, you can start attacking early. It's fine. How dare you? We are taking some pretty serious damage on this back. I evaded some of the enemies, but... I evaded some of the rockets, but there's still rockets coming, and also there's like non-stop fire. The good news is, without the weight of my gun, I can dash really, really far. So I'm just going to perform a couple of dashes to what I hope will be complete safety. Maybe they will stop targeting us. You are a little bit lit up in the rain here. All right, we're making sure this guy goes down. You're going to wait until that shooting is done, and then you're going to take your handgun and go tank hunting. Who doesn't love a nice pistol hunt, right? Oh my god, why are you still alive? Okay, sniper. Just never stop shooting. Okay. He is going down. This mech is in remarkably good shape, honestly, for the amount of fire that it has received. But it was a big heavy. It did have a shield, and it did use its shield effectively. It doesn't actually ever attack the sniper, though. Too close. Okay, that's fine. We can wait until, like, here. And then take a couple steps forward so that we still have optimal handgun range on that last attack. Alright, so how's this going? This tank has nearly lost its center portion. But also... well, you know, the shield's done a lot of work here. The shield has absorbed a lot of damage. So what is the plan for these tanks? We're going to trade some shots. I'm going to win. And then, honestly, I can probably just... like, let's move this way. And then I have missiles incoming, so I actually probably want to run like a little bit more. And then there's a dash to break the missile lock. But I don't want to do the dash until after all the missiles are actually fired, probably. So yeah, like somewhere around here, it becomes sensible to throw in the dash. But I'm not allowed to actually command the dash because it will be over the top of our timer. So that being the case... actually, how early can I do that without taking any heat, overheat damage? Yeah, each of those bullets is still 52%. Like, go for it. Really, really give it a shot. We might be able to just make the missiles not happen, right? Alright, you're good as you are. Just stay out of the fight. This thing is light. I could just stomp it. Maybe that's the play on this side. Just run over here and step on this damn thing. And then back up and start blasting it with your handgun. So actually, let's shoot it with the handgun on approach as well. Yeah, something like that. Okay, let's see. He's so close to losing parts. Why won't you die? There we go, finally. Okay, this thing's dead. That thing's dead. That took for fucking ever. I keep backing up. Somehow this thing just didn't take the crash, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but I guess whatever. Alright, kill, 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 kill. Murder, death, kill. Alright, my play is we want to approach with what's left of this building between us. Actually, my shield has had time to recover. This is the good news about the barrier shield. So approach with the shield up. I want to be in a position where I can reasonably fire as the shield comes down, which I don't know that I've quite... No, that's perfect. Alright. Hard to imagine this thing surviving that. And honestly, you're probably not even that far off of having a sniper line to it. It says blocked. We'll see. Why is this one tank so resilient? There we go. Alright, a little bit of overheat damage there, but we're good. We're done. We're fine. Alright, so I think we're going to have to spend some of our salvage budget on our gun. Yep. Gotta get my arm back and my and my heavy cannon. That's a little bit of a shame. We did just get some raw uncommon components, which is cool. Also some raw supplies, which I'm pretty happy about. These Asgard arms and torsos seem fine. +4++ shield with some barrier component, I definitely think is a take. I don't know. That can be salvaged. Honestly, like, salvage this mech aside from the shield, probably. I want these legs, I think, and then just, like, can we scrap that torso? Yeah. Okay. So it's probably going to take a little bit of time to repair from that. Your mechanic wraps their knuckles against a metal lattice running up to the center, the ceiling of the industrial processing plant. Gazing around at the abandoned facility, they turn to you, beaming. Okay, so they want to take some time to grab some steel here. Yo, what? Hold on, am I reading this correctly? Spend 15 hours here to get 50 supplies? I could build, no, I could build us something, so we spend 50 supplies and 15 hours. There's a small chance this won't be the masterpiece I'm picturing, but I'll give you back the supplies. I mean, I have to admit that I'm kind of curious. 15 hours, though, is probably letting that battle go, right? Which is going to reduce the strength of the home guard. But it'll be the first thing that's broken. I wish that this wasn't all grayed out, like... Let me add some of this with a torch. Saw a couple of hours. See, it does seem like I'm going to have to stay put. There's information that I would like to have for this decision that I should have that I don't have access to because they've glassed the rest of the UI behind it. But, like, I should be able to see what the approximate repair time on my remaining mechs is, how much quick fix we have, right? Like, I think we need to spend some time just putting ourselves back together, which reduces how much this hurts. I'm going to go ahead and do it. There is tinkering in progress, and I'm assuming I'm not allowed to move during that. Actually, the damage isn't even that bad. Only 63%. I really thought it was going to be worse. And yeah, I can't move while that's ongoing, so... Tinker. Okay. We'll get approached. We'll kill some enemies while you do this. Actually, sorry. Can I go back? I should look at these. So you have 4 contacts. There's some hillsides and stuff. There's some buildings near our starting position that we can use. This should be an okay mission for these units. Really, the only thing we're looking for is like whether the battle's taking place in a big silly labyrinth where it would be smarter to bring the shotgunner. This mech seems very large. I'm being told that it is light based on its actual size class. That's pretty wild. So it's a shotgun and shield mech. Honestly, its parts do look pretty light on like integrity. And then there's this thing with the cannon, which is much more heavily constructed. And a couple of autocannons. So this is all straight fire stuff, and we really don't want to get caught out in the rain here, so to speak. We are for sure putting the marksman. Well, I want to put the sniper up on that hill, really. Yeah, once again, we've started in kind of like a ridiculous position. All right, yeah, sniper, run up on this hill. Maybe like the forward part of this hill. And then just start like raining death. I know they're out of our range initially, but I see no reason to wait. We're going to get to fire a reasonably large number of times here, and some of those shots will be while they are in optimal range, so. Actually, let me fire that first shot at the lighter guy, because there's a chance I could just core him with a single bullet, I think. Okay, the marksman is taking fire immediately. I'll tell you what, I feel like I want the heavy over here. Let's take the machine gunner this way. Although I want to be a little further from them, it looks like. Something like this should be good, though, right? I won't start firing this turn. I don't think there's any good reason to. And with that information about where you will not be, we can get a better sense of where I can afford to be. I want to make sure I don't collide. And the marksman is faster. So let's make sure we've taken, like, this step out of the way. Oof. And then there, yeah, actually, man, maybe your job is to just like run really far away. You run like backwards. Nope, never mind that. There is no collision there. You can see very obviously from our mechs that there is no collision there. But the game is going to process it as a collision anyway. So let me move this mech too. This thing we can advance on the enemies a little bit more aggressively with. Okay. So now that everybody is getting out of your way, I want to make sure we have the maximum openness here. Okay. Yeah, you are for sure just going to run a long, long way around. Even the enemies that have unblocked shots will be firing so significantly out of their weapon range. Okay. Assault rifle. We are definitely doing some shooting during some of this. It actually doesn't start until quite late, though. And then you can probably be firing right away, but yeah, again, it's we'll be out of time here. So that first sniper shot was pretty good. We took the shield guy's weapon off entirely. Oh. And then he got concussed because he was in the way of the other shot. Well, I think we're just going to set an attack right now and just crush this dude. Absolutely hammer him with bullets. Have we done any meaningful damage to anyone else? No. And we didn't hit the heavy at all either with that secondary shot. But this guy is dead. So they're still focusing most of their fire on the marksman for a little while. No, in fact, the marksman is the only one they ever attack. So the marksman's just going to keep sprinting. We're gonna take advantage of their bizarre fixation. Just lead them on a merry chase, while the rest of us get to stand still and kill and kill and kill. Yeah, that guy's not getting away. That's for damn sure. Yeah, we kind of get to just stand here and like take them apart. All right, so the sniper waits until... Can I not stand on top of this? There's this little rise here that I was hoping to... All right, whatever, it's fine. And the next time I can openly fire... All right, I have to wait a little bit. And they're inside of our optimal targeting range, but... Yeah, give them the shot at least. All right, and do you want to just like squeeze off a shot as you're continuing to run just for the heck of it? Like, I guess I may as well, right? Everything's going to be blocked, though. We're not using the heat for anything. There's, again, like, right in here. We can just kind of, like, fire some counter pursuit. But the heavy mech almost didn't hit him at all. That's wild. All right. So, looks like he doesn't plan to do a lot of movement this turn. Yeah, I want to be like back here. All right, position and let him have it. So, we're going to get... Okay, that tank is still there, and it's still technically... Oh, no. That's interesting. It's still on the heads-up display, but it's definitely dead. I can't tell if I'm getting the mouse over... So this is this tank, pilot deceased. This tank, we're not allowed to have a mouse over on, but it is still functional. And I do still have to deal with it. Okay. Well, now that they've done this... Let's take our marksman up on the hill here. I think right about here I should have an unblocked shot. It won't be very good, but again, like there's no reason not to shoot as we're approaching. We don't have to pay for ammo. I think the quickest way to clear the blockage is to run this way. Just throwing a shot on the tank there. We'll see if the tank ever actually gets unblocked. But this is going to be dangerous. The cannon's just going to open up on this mech, and he is not actually in good shape to withstand that kind of fire, so you're going to have to block while falling back behind here. Okay, actually, we can... Looks like we can fire back, actually, and then get the shield up before he starts attacking again. This might actually be a meaningful amount of damage, though. Oof. That hurt. We're lucky that he just hard missed the first volley. Alright, this thing's going down. Okay, you finish that off. Yeah, it is remarkable how much you can fire in the heavy rain. Again, we'll throw a just in case over there. Hard for me to imagine this thing surviving all of that fire. And yeah, they didn't even enter orders for it, really, because they also don't expect it to survive. Just keep your shield up, stay behind the building. No reason for you to expose yourself to danger. Okay. All right, there we go. Our presence here has not been good for these buildings. Alright, I guess for the moment, we probably don't need these level 2 legs. Scrap that whole thing. This mech is made of 5++ parts. I do feel like we can take these. These seem wise. And we are slowly pinging down the enemy strength in the area. Yeah, just keep time running till the tinkering has stopped. That battle is going to be over and we're going to be only like halfway through this. I'm so curious what the result of it will be, though. Perhaps that's not a good way to guide your actions during wartime. Oh yeah, I took that action during the war because I wanted to see what it would do. Alright, the hiss of the torch cuts out. Your pilot heaves a sigh, wipes their hands on their coveralls, and surveys their work, and the result... It takes 2 of your mechanics to heft it, but they present you with an elegantly modded piece. From trash to treasure indeed. Continue. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, this game... There's some incredibly great piece of equipment that we got there, but it didn't bother to tell us what it was. And we've been picking up a bunch of stuff, and it's not obvious from the screen. You know, there's not like a level 6 purple in our inventory or anything here. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you not include the piece of equipment on that screen? Be like, hey, look at this totally sick thing that we built. Look at the result of the choice that you made. It's completely baffling. Completely baffling. All right, let's go win some battles and put this fucking thing to bed. So they only have 30 strength left. I'm gonna say let's hit these real fast. Oh, never mind, those contacts aren't real. So all the way over there, here, and there, but also there's a battle site. So the best thing to do probably is to hit these two, and I'm sure these two combined will end the war. Oh. The pings that were around us were fake, but another ping has appeared. This one looks like it might be pretty serious, actually. The threat level's 131 on it. All right, let's see what they got for us. I'm feeling tough. I'm feeling pretty ready. Okay. So we have 4 enemies coming in, and there were like 6 more contacts in the reinforcement group. So we have 6 turns to end this and get out of here before having to deal with them. It looks like the enemy threat is largely focused on the assault rifle mech, which is... Or no, that's the sniper. That's the marksman. Wow, they really hate marksmans. Is there something on that mech that is making it, like, tank people's attention? I have no idea. There doesn't seem to be, but, like, what is the explanation for the way every enemy is treating it? I have no idea. I'll let you get over the hill so that I can get a nice clean shot on you. Okay, so that's a marksman rifle and a small secondary missile launcher, and they're doing 2 secondary missile launches over the course of the turn. All right, I think Zephyr's play is probably not all that complicated. You like step up to here so that I'm on this little bump and just sort of spray this way. Let this tank enter the line of fire naturally. I'm gonna trust the sniper and the machine gunner or the assault rifle tank to take out the mech. That's why we're not bothering with that. Oh, this hill is inconvenient. The sniper doesn't really have anywhere to take high ground though. Yeah, no, it just sucks. And the enemy has this like curtain on their left side that they get to use to avoid everything. All right, well, I do think that I'm going to take advantage of that as well. I'm just going to run over here. And then do a little jump to dump missile targeting and keep running, and then we'll do another jump later. Okay, I'm not allowed to enter that jump yet. That's fine. Yeah, it's not really worth attacking even. Okay, so how do we find a spot where the sniper can actually shoot? I can try to step far enough left, I guess. Like, if I could get out to here. I have to get all the way around. Yeah, this is really awkward. But that'll give me something. And then just like shoot again immediately, because by the time we wait for the cooldown, the shot will be blocked. Yeah, we'll get one of the two bullets on one of the two blasts on that second attack. That's fine, I guess. So stand there, wait until that happens, and then I want to move up to this high ground, but I am going to put myself directly into bullet range. If I do that, maybe I move back to this high ground, which is going to be a little bit more relevant as they continue to approach. Yeah, let's not even take a snapshot. All right, let's see how that goes, especially for this approaching mech. Okay, none of the sniper shots hit it. The assault rifle mech hit all of its shots to the legs, which is actually really great. It's very good news for us. So the enemies stay focused. Yep, they know what they're doing. This is a very strange behavior, and I can't imagine it's intentional. That every enemy just ignores everything else that's happening so that they can hunt the marksman rifle. But maybe that's an effect that marksman rifles have on enemy units in this game. Be very strange, but not impossible. I will have to be careful about crossing the line of fire here. Alright, so you have a bunch of missiles coming in. You really want to dash this way. And then, yeah, just like run behind this hill. And there's no reason not to just do a little bit of shooting as you run behind the hill. But then, yeah, get over here and stop. Well, maybe get a bullet or two off. I'm just gonna rain less than optimally accurate sniper fire on this guy over here, because apparently he's content to just stand there and be threatened by it. And we just have to make sure you go down. Because otherwise you actually will... Nope, never mind. That's not even a shot at the sniper. That's a shot at the marksman, who will absolutely be fine. Good shit. Another pilot concussed. Yep, and for all their effort, basically no damage to the mech. The pilot's taken some hits. This thing's not actually dead. But it is going to get up kind of slowly. I did manage to concuss the pilot of this mech with coin flip sniper shots, because it turns out concussion is by a huge margin the most likely outcome in kinetic combat. I mean, it makes sense, right? Like the human is the weakest part of that machine by a huge margin. Guess what? You're dead. Actually, you know what? Start that shooting here while you're moving. All right, yeah, this is over. Then we just spent a bunch of extra bullets to make sure. Okay, their reinforcement squad decides maybe it would be a better idea not to do that thing. I think that's pretty understandable. A concussive payload weapon module. Ooh. Yeah, that's a nice thing to have picked up. We're definitely going to do some reconfiguring. A 5+ marksman rifle. A level 5 secondary missile launcher. We haven't really given the secondary missile launchers much of a look yet. This thing has 568 integrity. And look at all the slots on it. I don't think we need anything else here. So we can scrap that, and then everything else is like 38. Okay, so that's -10. We're probably not going to get 20 strength reduction out of hitting this outpost, so I think we do still go for the battle site. I think the battle site will do it. And I know we have a bunch of supplies we could spend. We have a bunch of parts to reconfigure. We're totally going to take care of all this after the combat part's over. All right, let's do it. This is the final one. Do I want to swap out the marksman? How badly damaged are we? Right, it's not going to tell me. Not in any meaningful way. Okay, I'll take it. I mean, if there's any chance that the enemies are just going to hyper focus the marksman, I think like we have to take it. The strategic benefit of having a mech on the field that turns your opponent's brains off is way too great to ignore. So what is our allied squad here? Big missile launcher, sniper tank, shotgun tank. Sniper tank seems like a really good weapon. If we were allowed to field tanks, I would run some of those. All right, so what are you? You are a shotgun mech. You are a shotgun mech that is initiating combat from that. Okay. Whatever, I'm not here to teach you how to play the game. What else do they have? They have a machine gunner and 3 pretty standard cannon tanks. Okay. We can do this. So the assault rifle mech is the target of all of the enemy ire on this one. Which, given that we have that barrier shield, I think is probably pretty okay for us. The sniper can just, again, start squeezing immediately, it looks like. Yeah. Just drop a shot over there, hopefully in a way that's not going to... Yeah, okay. The shooting stops right before the tank crosses the line. We are not endangering our allies here. I think I want the heavy mech to advance mostly. I'm thinking like something like this, and then I can start up an attack line against this tank. Just kind of like shoot at the hillside here as it comes over. The marksman is probably going to want to fan out along this side, and we can do some shooting. So I think I'm actually going to have the assault rifle mech fall back behind our allies. Yep, so we get targeted for attacks here a little bit. The shots from that tank are mostly going to hit that structure, though, I think. And, like, does it make sense to attack anywhere in here? Maybe, like, right here, I could just fire some bullets, because why not? And then as soon as that's over, we can put up the shield facing that way. I think that's probably okay. All right, and then the marksman. The marksman just moves up along this side of the battle, looking for targets. I think I'm pretty okay with that maneuver. That'll give us some angles to mess with on the next turn. And we can just squeeze off some shots at this dude as we pass. Yeah, in particular, I want to be able to pick at these tanks that are still back here. All right, I think I'm pretty good with this. We're not really in any immediate danger of getting hit by anything, I don't think. The shotgun tank, the shotgun mech is the only one that's doing any real firing, and it's just like at too great a range for it to matter, probably. Oh, he ran right into the path of the heavy fire. Well, that's going to be the end of that then. So you're going to try to autocannon here. I'm probably just going to wait it out then. Like... Yeah, probably the best play is just to wait for this thing to reveal itself. Then it's going to be trying to fire back. I'm a little concerned. I don't know if this mech is just going to remain standing. In 20 damage, it loses its upper half. So my guess is the bullets will start traveling through from that point. Are you allowed to fire again right after? Yeah, the heat doesn't look too bad. But I am definitely thinking... Oh, are they trying to back into me? They absolutely are kind of like backing into me here. So I need to back up a little bit immediately so that I don't get run over by my allies. And then this thing, I mean, this thing's basically done already. I wasn't watching very closely, but it would appear that they have done some decent work over here. I can't imagine it's going to survive, but yeah, we'll do that. Okay. So what is the sniper rifle? I guess the best thing for this sniper rifle is just to hit the tank, right? But I probably want to tack to the right a little bit here just to get a clearer line of sight and make sure that I definitely won't be blocked by the remnants of that mech. Can I get a third one off? Yeah. All right. Very unlikely that the tank is still alive. I don't know how I feel about this one. Maybe the third shot... Yeah, maybe that third shot should actually be over to this side. A little bit of fire support for the marksman, because I don't really feel like I have a good sense of the damage that we're in for over here. Actually, can I dash without an overheat? That might be the smarter way to do it, to just really evade as many bullets as possible. And then heavy mech. Once you're done shooting, I kind of feel like a lot of the battle is going to be resolved by that point. Sorry, don't move until the shooting is done. And then we can run around this way and try to find something. I don't really know what I would do. Alright, so I'm worried about this mech. Okay, that mech's dead long before it even became a potential issue. Pilot's concussed. Pilot's concussed. Okay. Just a little more, boss, and we can get to these civilians. Yeah, I would say it is, in fact, just a very little bit more. So we haven't actually really, we haven't taken hardly any damage. That thing has got this little ridge between me and it, though, that is going to make it a little bit awkward to shoot. Actually, you're almost in a position where you can fire through. Let me see how long it would take to readjust. Well, the tank is moving too, so that is going to complicate things. This might not be a good job for the heavy. The heavy might be done. What I need to do is get in an angle where I can shoot. Like, I need to get in behind it, right? But let me try to approach it like this. So we're going to do a marksman rifle attack the moment it's clear of the obstruction. Probably miss all of those bullets. And then handgun work as we continue to approach. Yeah, something like that. Okay, the assault rifle mech, who has sustained literally no actual structural damage, can just run up. I guess the idea is we would flank it, right? We would approach it from one side with one mech and the other side with the other mech. I think there's a pretty good chance, it looks like, that we're not going to be needed here, though. I think it seems like they've got it. Okay, yeah, that would cause a collision. Don't do that. I'd love to get up here, but I really have to be careful about the other the other team moving their stuff around. All right, give that fellow a moment to pass. And then somewhere in here, you can probably actually get a pistol shot off. No, the way the ridge is shaped. Okay, that's fine. I'm sure this will be good enough. Alright, I contributed nothing. Oh, there we go. Some decent crashing going on there. Yeah, I want to back up a little bit while getting a higher angle. Okay. I'm sure that will be sufficient. Once again, their poor pilot is concussed. You gotta get some drones in here, some UAVs. Sorry, not UGVs, I guess they would be. Remarkably, the enemy was only weakened by 12. I really thought that battle was gonna push us over, but they still have like 8 points of power left. And we got some reputation. That's something. Do I care about any of this stuff? I kind of don't. Can we just scrap it all and let's get out of here? Yeah. Okay, so we still need to do one more thing. All right. We are burning our whole supply of quick fix pretty reliably during the big contested pushes. And that's got a lot to do with the amount of barrier that we're running on the team now, because you use quick fix to refill the barrier in battle. So if there is an upgrade that increases the amount of quick fix you have after a resupply, we need to take that. Ooh, all right, that's a lot of contacts. Some of this is going to be turrets, right? And here I thought this was going to be real quick. Apparently we're 80 minutes into the episode. I guess I could have broken this into 2 pieces. Okay, so 3 turrets, 3 mechs, 3 tanks. Actually, kind of a huge amount of hostile metal on this one. Actually, pretty scary. And you can see, like, we have very, very low supplies of liquid fix, so we're not going to be getting the benefit of our barrier here. which means that most of our armor is just actually really bad right now. All right, a lot of not real attacks going on. Okay, just pound that guy to dust. Taking a lot of attention on the assault rifle mech. We can make things a little bit safer by attacking to these buildings. And while we're doing that, somebody's got to clean up this turret. Easier business in the rain than it would otherwise be. You need to get like real cover, as many layers of buildings between you and the enemy as possible. Okay, so the sniper can add a sniper bullet to this thing very quickly. They never shoot at the sniper, do they? No. All right. So we can also just wait for some enemies to become visible. Actually, I should move. Let's let that attack happen. Then I want to move over so I'm like definitely not clipping my friend here. And then like right there, the instant that thing's nose is visible, just let him have it. All right, hopefully we can disable this before it can do very much autocannon firing on the Zephyr. The Zephyr does have a big, heavy center body, not because that was a good idea, but because that was the parts that we had. I think we can take some advantage of it here at least. And then you actually... I'm gonna use this mech to try to disable this other turret over here. Apparently I need to get a little closer. There we go. Okay, because that thing does have to go. All right, let's see how this goes. Okay, turret down. Wow, that was a hell of a sniper shot. Just took the center of the tank out in a single bullet. This tank, on the other hand, continues to approach, but I think it's gonna have some challenges, obviously. This thing is not down yet, but I think it will be soon. I'm actually just going to stay on it. I think that attack might not even be necessary. The bullet that's in the air is going to do a lot of the remaining damage, but let's just be on the safe side. Speaking of on the safe side, it looks to me like this building is going to eat at least one more volley of rockets on my behalf. Oh, sorry, not you. Let's have you step around here, and just to be as safe as possible. I think this thing's going to go down to the heavy bullet stream, but just in case. All right, I think it's pretty obvious that the sniper wants to take the high position. Although, actually, the front side of that mountain is so close that we're not at optimal range. I have overrun. If I'm not going to get all the way on top of things, I have to watch out for this cliff face here. All right, rain can't solve all my ills. Take a couple of shots at the missile launcher guy, one of the missile launcher guys, because the guy behind him also has one. And then what is this remaining tank is an autocannon tank, and it won't be dangerous until it can get close enough to actually shoot straight. So I think we can, with this guy, wait until all of the shots are fired, and then we can approach. Yeah, like run up here, and then approach behind the building. And figure out what more next turn. You know, I'm fairly sure this tank is dead. We can be even more sure. Alright, and then you... Definitely think there's an argument to be made that you just sort of fire over here. Just never stop spraying bullets and make it really hard for the enemies to come out from behind those buildings. Okay, tank's down. Good, good, good. Oh, that building fully collapsed, which I was not prepared for. So the turret is down. We have that clarity. Yeah, we had them with their missiles carve the top half of that building off it completely, which means I lost an arm. And in fact, all I can do at this point is run away. It's the only thing that this mech has of value. However, without that arm, I have a lot of thrust relative to my level of mass, so we can really go for it. And you'll be surprised to hear that I think the play for the sniper is to fire gun many times. So that thing's going to be behind a lot of cover. Yeah, I get 64 is good enough, right? At this point, I might want to start moving. And in fact, they're going to start laying in missile fire. So I think, like, yeah, I think wait until all of these shots have occurred and then start running. But you don't need to do a ton of running, and I'm gonna use a jump to actually clear at the beginning of the next turn. We're gonna use a jump to actually clear the missile targeting. So, all right, I want to have you just step around and wreck this guy, but I don't know that I feel confident. Like, what if you just run through here? I have better accuracy than he does at this range. Right? That must be true. It's never good. I need to go a little further, it looks like. I want to create a blocked line of sight. Alright, he's going to carve up the building, something fierce on his approach. Wait till he gets inside the circle and... just step out and take these, like, very clean, optimal shots. But it's scary. It's a lot of damage, and there's still a lot of enemy left. They have a cavalcade of heavies remaining. Alright, let's start targeting specific enemies here. Let's see what actually goes down this turn. Come on, get him, get him. Alright. Big missile swarms in the air for the sniper. Sniper is going to rocket jump all the way over to here to evade. And then once the sniper has landed... So I want to attack. We can do a little bit of running in between. Get even higher ground. Take those shots, and then there's going to be more missiles on me, right? Yeah, because they're firing more even while I'm... Ugh. Very annoying. So yeah, then jump down. This guy's not going to be in that position anymore. Honestly, he's probably just going to leave. It looks like we killed that. Okay, we did kill that tank's pilot. Marksman Mac taking basically no damage, doing wonderful, wonderful work. All right, so I think what we can do here, now that we've taken this side, is we have this approach where we can just fire into the flank of their advancing force in a way that they can't really do much about. And as for you, you brave, brave motherfucker, I think there's a chance that guy's going to be down actually. So that all that marksman fire might be wasted, but I'm glad that we're doing it just in case he's not. All right, and just start hammering that guy. Just never stop firing. Technically, all three of their mechs are still up. This one that's going up the hill here is probably the sniper target, right? Is that the one I targeted with the sniper shot? No, the sniper shot's aimed at the back one. Let me see if let me correct that. The problem is the ranges are really screwy. Well, whatever. Take it. And I know it says 19, but that's only because I didn't, like... It'll be 19 for the split second that it's, that we're moving. And then we'll get, what, like a 60-something. This is a little scary. They are pushing forward with a lot of metal all at once, and we are very much on the run because of all these missiles. But... Okay, pilot concussed. We're getting good missile dodges here for the most part. The sniper has taken some hits, but we're getting some pretty decent dodges. Okay, this thing's approaching with its assault rifle. The thing about this big guy with the missile launcher and the shield is he doesn't actually represent much of a close range. Like, his approach isn't actually dangerous to us. He's probably less dangerous at this range, honestly. Alright, don't move until you're done shooting. But then we're probably going to need you to... I mean, do I back up? Back up and try to maintain range for the rifle? This might be a kind of a moot concern, because I think there's a decent chance the marksman rifle is just going to deal with it. You are approaching. I should probably move a little bit. Okay. And then this guy is giving it a real shot here. He's trying to put a load of missiles in the air. I need to get some distance and probably also cool a little bit. And also, yeah, there's gunfire, right? I can't do much about the assault rifle fire, and also he's probably in optimal assault range. So I'm gonna dash and then dash a different direction and try to lose the missiles. Actually, I probably want this to be more back if I can do further back though. Yeah. And then once you hit the ground, just fucking open up on this nerd again. I'm hoping everybody else will handle the other guy. Okay, never mind. He's concussed. Missiles caught the sniper rifle, though. And you lost your arm. Nearly both of them simultaneously. Yeah, this thing is still in great shape, and we effectively only have one mech now. But the enemy is playing like we have 0 mechs, so I guess that's a good thing. We could trigger the ejection pod. It's a lot of missiles in flight. I'm a little worried that the ejection pod wouldn't get out before these missiles land. So maybe it's like dive and then eject. We're going to need to hire some new blood. You are currently light. You can't even really melee. Like, yeah, you're kind of just not part of the battle anymore. So the sniper lost an arm. The mech as a whole should be pretty recoverable, but that pilot's going to need some recovery time. All right. Good dodge. And then, yep, there goes the pod. Okay, I cannot believe your pilot is still conscious. This is a fucking travesty. Alright, wait until gun bullets have stopped. Move a little bit. Continue to shoot gun bullets. And he doesn't attempt to shoot this mech at all. So it's like, wait again. And then we probably want to... He is trying to get some distance on us. And obviously, we cannot allow that. I need to maintain the superior position. There we go, some fire into his backside. He's turning around a lot, so we're hitting different parts of him, which is actually turning out to be a really good strategy. I gotta tell you, this marksman rifle, it does not just like, it fundamentally does not put them away the way that our other weapons do. Alright, so let's wait a second here. So he's approaching. He's trying to use a dash to break our accuracy down. So yeah, like get up to here. And then he doesn't even fire again. He's got to be dead, right? By now. Dash over to cover behind this building. Like trying to keep myself covered while also baffling their targeting systems as much as possible. Okay. We weren't even actually able to kill them. Their pilot ejected because he got bored. That mech is just invincible. Okay, yeah. Recover my own squad. Here, don't worry about this part. You bring those legs back. Here, once again, I think we can leave the handgun out. We can leave this random arm out. That'll be fine. Can I salvage this thing? Okay, yeah, because that's got a ton of parts. Okay, I think that's it. If we want to save all of the meaningful parts of our mechs, then we don't really get to bring home much from this battle, which is a real shame. I mean, like, I don't necessarily need this random level 2 arm if I'm going to pull in better arms, right? And in fact, we can probably let a lot of these legs and stuff go as well. Those legs are pretty fast, though. It's like the deal is they're very, very low mass, right? Yeah, 11.4. I don't know if I want to keep those. Probably. Let's just scrap a couple more of the largest parts. Okay, we'll take it like this. And that was a minus 36. We are definitely liberating this province off of that. All right, war's over for now at least. Pilots are in good spirits. Yeah, they love drinking. Our pilots love drinking more than anything in the entire universe. You know what? Go ahead and celebrate. We do have a lot to do. Actually, you know what? Just join the parade. Somebody's concussed and stuff, and we probably do want that level of recovery. But I probably don't need the whole, the whole sit back and wait thing, because we have to get back to a resupply point and refill the base, rebuild the mechs, do the next set of things. There's a whole bunch of administrative tasks and repairing that needs to happen, and it's all going to happen next time. That's not a this time issue. So that's going to be it for us for today. Even the final bits of liberating a level 2 province are still pretty challenging for this squad. Although remember, a fair amount of it has to do with the fact that our mechs were effectively quite weakened there because we were out of quick fix, and so our barrier parts, which have a lower like nominal maximum, were really weak relative to structural parts. This is probably fixable. We can probably do something about that. When you come back next time, we'll find out exactly what our options are, and we'll see you then.